Question number 5, Jan Logie.
Tēnā koe, Mr Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Health and asks, can he guarantee no NGO that embarks on a social bond contract in order to assist people with the most complex mental health needs into work will go under as a result of not meeting agreed targets? If not, why not?
The Honourable Dr Jonathan Coleman.
Mr Speaker, one of the benefits of social bonds is that they protect service providers by shifting financial risk away from the providers and onto investors who provide the funding and who are better placed to absorb risk. This allows the government to pay for results and to access the expertise and local knowledge of NGOs and service providers without exposing them to financial risk that they cannot necessarily bear. So while the government will not provide guarantees to service providers, it is taking steps through social bonds and other programs to pay for better results for New Zealanders, but at the same time help service providers to better manage risk.
Thank you, Mr Speaker.
Supplementary question, Jan Logie.
Yes, I assume that was a no.
Order. Order. That question was answered very fully by the Minister. The member accepts the answer and just proceeds to ask her supplementary question.
Absolutely.
Jan Logie, supplementary question.
Will he guarantee that no one with high mental health needs will be bullied into an unsuitable job in order to ensure an investor gets a return on their investment?
The Honourable Dr Jonathan Coleman.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr Speaker.
Supplementary question, Jan Logie.
How will the Minister guarantee that?
Through the
Honourable Dr
process.
Jonathan Coleman. Sorry, no.
Through the contracts that we sign.
A
Supplementary question, Jan Logie.
Does he agree with the Department of Internal Affairs that advised against social bonds because investors by nature are looking to maximise profits while minimising risks, and that a low-risk social investment completely defeats the purpose?
The Honourable Dr Jonathan Coleman.
No, Mr Speaker, that's not what the DIA said. I have a report here in front of me, the advice to me from the DIA that says social bonds are, in quotes, an exciting financial instrument with the potential to revitalise social policy delivery and inject private sector funding and innovation into the sector. And I thought the Greens would actually be in favour of social entrepreneurship, but if it's not their idea, apparently it's a bad idea.
Question number 6. Order.
Point of order.
Point of order, Materia Ture.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Given the Minister has just quoted from an official document, I suggest he then table it for the House as is required.
This is easily resolved. If the Minister is quoting from an official document, then would it be tabled, please? Sure. It will be tabled. Question number 6, the Honourable Annette King.